Hello, everyone. Well, it's another week. Another week has begun. And, very, very sad week. It's a very sad week for me. There's the management of this property where I'm staying. The management has announced that I have to produce proof of a medical expense, and if I don't produce proof of this medical expense, they're going to evict me. I have until October 29th. They're going to evict me very soon, so I may not be able to make videos anymore for a while. It's very sad, yeah. They're planning on evicting me, probably because they've actually been spying on my videos. It's true, they've been watching my videos because I have to use their internet to upload it. So they've been spying on my videos and they don't like my videos. So they've got a personal vendetta against me, and they don't like my videos at all, so they're going to punish me by evicting me. And then they think, good riddance. Our hands are washed of her, washed clean, and we'll be rid of her. We'll be rid of her for good, and her videos will stop. They want to stop me from making my videos. So I don't know what I'm going to do. It's up in the air. I'm going to get a lawyer. I'm definitely getting a lawyer, and take legal counsel, and possibly take them to court and let a judge decide between us whether I had a real medical expense. I gave them all of the information, and they said, this doesn't look like a real receipt. That was their catch. See, they had a little catch that doesn't look like a receipt. Well, if they're watching right now, I've got news for them. I'm taking you to court. I'm taking you to court, and I'm going to prove in a court of law that those are real medical expenses and that those are real receipts that I've been showing you. That I've showed you the real receipts, and that I presented you with the information. You just chose to reject it because you want to get rid of me, because you want me out, and you have a personal vendetta against me, and you're not going to win. You're not going to win. I'm going to win in a court of law. So I'll see you in court. Next thing on the agenda is Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito was trying to live her life as best she could, minding her own business, didn't do anything wrong. She had a video blog like me. She was video blogging a vlog, and she was a blogger and a video blogger, and had quite a following. And then her fiance killed her. He killed her in cold blood. Brian Laundrie killed Gabby Petito. And who else would have killed her? Who else would have known? Why did he have her credit card? Why was he using her credit card and escaping from the law? Why was he escaping from the law? Why did he make a break for it? And why is he a wanted man that's being hunted everywhere? They haven't even charged him with her murder yet, even though they've got samples of his DNA and her DNA. They haven't even charged him yet with murder, but he ran for it. He disappeared and he made a run for it. And so Brian Laundrie is on the lam. Once they catch him, what do you think they should do to him for killing Gabby Petito? Beautiful girl. She's beautiful. And what do you think they should do to Brian Laundrie? They looked like the perfect couple. They did couple shoots together, a couple photos where they were hugging and side by side with their arms around each other and making faces at the camera and trying to look cool. And unfortunately, Gabby Petito picked the wrong man. He was psychotic, and he had to be psychotic to kill her. Where he said that every day was just like a dream. and he wondered when the dream would ever end, and every day was just like a dream. I think that she was too beautiful and too desirable and too nice, and that's why he killed her. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't deal. It overwhelmed him. He couldn't deal with how nice she was and how beautiful she was. So he killed her because he's nuts. He's imbalanced. I don't think he should be able to use the insanity plea because he knew what he was doing. But she fought back. She fought back a couple of times, and then the police got on her case for fighting back. They took his side and said that she shouldn't have hit him, and he hit her, and they did nothing to him. The police just walked away. Next thing you know, she's dead. So the police failed to protect Gabby Petito. They were actually pulled over by the side of the road. The police were consulting with both of them. They joked around and chummed up to Brian Laundrie. And Gabby Petito, they were grilling her. And she was crying. So they made Gabby Petito cry before she died. And it was, of course, Wyoming police. And Wyoming is known for being a conservative state, so maybe there was political motive. Conservatives tend to be anti-woman. Let's face it, they're not very friendly to women, and they're not very friendly to women's causes or women's freedoms, and they're not very friendly to abuse victims or to domestic violence survivors. They're not friendly to them. They're not friendly to victims of domestic abuse. They take the man's side. They really secretly believe way deep down that a man has a right to smack a woman around. It's all about the men. It's all about the men with conservatives. It's all about the men. We've known this for years, that they don't care about abuse survivors and domestic violence victims. They don't care. They don't care. They would like a man to rule his castle however he pleases, even if he dumps the woman in a ditch. He should have every right because he rules. The woman the man is the head of the woman. That's how they believe. The man is the head of the woman, and a man should have total freedom to reign over his woman. Total freedom to do anything, even kill her, and they won't do anything to him. But now the hunt is on. The police are looking for Brian Laundrie, and they haven't found him so far. They let him get away. They had him. He was home, and Gabby Petito was missing, and he was home, and they let him slip through their fingers. They let him get away, and didn't do anything to him. Now he's a free man running, but he's on the lam. He's running, and I don't know if they're going to catch him. Don't know if they're going to find him. Not the nicest people. Not the nicest people at all. Gabby Petito had to lose her life. Had to lose her life because of some negligent police. Can't tell you how I feel about this. Not happy with the way Gabby Petito was treated. Not happy at all. Very unhappy, very displeased with the treatment that Gabby Petito received and her ultimate end. An ending, but beautiful soul, beautiful life, and I'll admit I'm not the most beautiful soul. I'm not the most beautiful life, but I've encountered abuse like Gabby Petito did, and my abuser almost ended my life. He had a knife to my throat. And he was given every right, every parental right, every right of a father to see me alone, and even though he was abusing me, and he could have ended my life. So, and he would have ended my life if I hadn't acted just a certain way. If I hadn't acted just a certain way, he would have ended my life. And I was afraid of him. I was afraid. And I lived my life in fear, and I had to do everything right so that he wouldn't end my life. But Gabby Petito, she had been raised a free woman. She didn't know terror from a very early age. She had been raised free by parents who cared about her. And here's the weird part. There's some sort of a relationship between the Petitos and the Laundries. Their families are friends with each other, and they felt safe leaving Gabby Petito with Brian because they knew the family, and Brian had read to the little kids and they liked him, and they thought he was a great guy. They thought he was a good guy. They thought Brian was a good guy, but they thought wrong. Because inside of Brian was a deep, deep corruption of spirit. And this deep corruption of spirit was something that was easy for him to hide from others. He could be friendly, he could be jovial, he could convince people that he was normal and he was okay. But underneath, and they said he was quiet and polite. But underneath, he was a ticking time bomb, and nobody knew it. Nobody knew it until it was too late. The police had a chance when they heard that when Gabby was in hysterics and crying and upset. They could have helped her right then. They could have taken the woman's side. They could have taken her side and accused Brian of domestic violence and taken Gabby away to safety. But instead they ordered them to stay apart for one night, and then they could get back together again the next night and be on their way. And they did. They did. Gabby went away with him, and she went to her death. She went to her death. In that case, the police were the professionals. The police should have known better. The police should have known better, and the police should have taken Gabby to a domestic violence shelter, taken her to safety. They should have taken her to safety, and they should have forced a separation between them. But that's not how conservatives believe. Oh no, they don't believe that way. They believe that the man is the head of the woman, and if he even chooses to kill her, it's okay. They should have taken the warning signs when they had the chance. When they saw Gabby in hysterics, that was their chance. When she was crying and upset, that was their chance to take her to safety. They did not take her to safety, and now she's dead. Now Gabby Petito is dead. The world is worse off for it. The world is worse off for it. We lost an incredible person. So what if she hit him? He probably hit her first. Why else would she hit him? Why else would she fight back? If he hadn't hit her first. And, you know, when you're fighting with somebody that you're in love with, it could be easy to forget exactly what happened or how it transpired. If you get upset enough, you can forget who hit who first. And does it even matter now that she's dead? All that matters is who done it. Who killed who? Brian killed Gabby. That's all that matters, is who killed who. Brian killed Gabby. Gabby wasn't capable of killing Brian. Only Brian was capable of killing Gabby. And he wrung her neck. She was strangulated. It was a very sad way to go. And probably very painful for Gabby. She probably was in horrible pain and was felt her life being extinguished, being smothered out of her. Tell you, police do not care about women. That's why they become police. Their personality, they don't care about women, and they don't care about domestic violence survivors. All they care about is the rights of the man over the woman. Rights of the man over the woman. Woman is just a joke. Woman is just a joke to them. That's why they were laughing and chumming up with Brian, because a woman is just a joke. They should do something to those police. They should be more than just reprimanded. They should lose their jobs. They should lose their jobs for letting Gabby go to her death. There's nothing that will ever replace Gabby. And those police are complicit in murder. Because they believe that a woman deserves to be murdered by psychopath or a narcissist or any person that feels like ending their life as long as he's a man. They love men. Love men. They might as well be gay because they love men so much. They love men so much they might as well be gay. But they shun gays too. They shun gays, but they act as if they were gay because they love men so much compared to women. They love men. They love men, they just don't want sex with them. Women, notice this, puts conservatives in a straitjacket because they love men so much, but they have to have sex only with women. So women are for sex, men are for loving. Can cause feelings of great confusion and distress in conservatives. And they do act like they're distressed. They do act like they're distressed all of the time. They're distressed all of the time. All of the time they're in distress. Because they love men so much. And they feel deep, deep devotion and love toward men. But they can only express their love with a woman. But they don't love women at all. They hate women. So this causes them sexual frustration and distress because they're sexually frustrated and distressed because they love men, but they can only do it with a woman. So that's distressing. It's very distressing, and they really believe that being gay is wrong, but deep down they're distressed by their own feelings. They're distressed. They're so distressed. And they've never been friends of gays, the conservatives. This is why I don't like conservatives or liberals. I don't like either one because I don't have a preference, because it was conservatives that let Gabby die. It was conservatives that let Gabby die. They were conservative cops, and they let Gabby die. I'm not going to forget this. I'm not going to forget this anytime soon. I'm not going to forget that they let Gabby die because they were conservatives and because they hate women. I'm never going to forget this. I'm never going to forget what happened to Gabby Petito, what they did to her. So, I may be evicted soon. I may lose my chance to make videos for you. And I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed making videos. I've enjoyed making independent videos for you and voicing an independent point of view. But it may be all over soon because they're trying to evict me. But I'm not going to give up without a fight. I'm going to take it to court, and we'll see what the judge has to say about it. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf signing off. Have a terrific week, and I'll miss you all. See you later.